counting down the minutes to the first pitch of today's game.
Yes!
Who's in the starting lineup?
Come on, son, you got to get out there and take the mound. It's game time.
What does the skipper have to say?
It's an attitude, you got to be willing to defend. You got to be willing to base run, or you can't play here.
It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook with Tommy Wortz on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome in to the leadoff show live from the 1250 AM 105.7 FM The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Tommy Wortz here with you, getting you caught up all things Brewers Padres ahead of game number 2 today. It'll be Bruce Zimmerman making his season debut for Milwaukee, going up against Randy Vasquez of the San Diego Padres. 8:40 over that. 8:40 first pitch from Petco Park in San Diego. Game number 158 on the season. How's the lineup look for it?
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Thanks again to Lakeland University for being a part of the leadoff show all season long. Experience it your way, lakeland.edu. Now, first up for the Padres, their lineup today, Luis Arias, the DH, will lead things off. Xander Bogaerts is the shortstop, batting second. Gavin Sheets in left field will bat third. Ramon Laureano in right field bats fourth today. Ryan O'Hearn at first base will bat fifth. Jose Iglesias at third base will bat sixth. Bryce Johnson in center field batting seventh. Freddie Fermin, the catcher, will bat eighth. Mason McCoy is at second base batting ninth. Christian Yelich to lead things off. He is the DH for Milwaukee. Jackson Churio in left field will bat second. Bryce Terang at second base will bat third. William Contreras is catching, batting fourth, while Sal Frelick in right field will bat fifth. Caleb Durbin at third base will bat sixth. Jake Bowers at first base bats seventh today. Blake Perkins in center field will bat eighth. Rounding things out for the crew, he is the shortstop batting ninth, Joey Ortiz. Well, after the Padres clinch a postseason berth with a victory, you'll see in their lineup today, they've gone a little bit against lefty friendly, but also given some off days to some guys after a long season. To make things happen for San Diego. They are now also going to be playing in the Fall Classic as well. Bruce Zimmerman will make his debut with the Brewers today, season debut tonight as well. He last pitched in Major League Baseball back in 2023. That was back in September of 2023. And he will be That was with Baltimore. He'll be making his debut with his second team now here. He pitched 4 years previously in Baltimore from 2020 to 2023. Now going to have to see what he can do with the Brewers. He pitched a little bit in the minors this year as he was a part of AAA Nashville all season. He was 10-7, a 4.11 ERA in that time frame, made 21 starts. Really came up as a one-day type guy, and then the Brandon Woodruff situation happens, and sure enough, make your season debut now, Bruce Zimmerman. We'll see how it pans out for Milwaukee. Of course, the Brewers division champs now, looking just for the number 1 seed, the magic number for the Brewers to clinch the best record in Major League Baseball, and home field advantage throughout the postseason is 3 over the Phillies, 1 over the Blue Jays. Milwaukee won the season series against both teams. Don't forget that. Phillies were not in action yesterday. With 5 games remaining, the Brewers need 2 wins to break the franchise record of 96, which they set back in 2011 and 2018. They have 5 games left for a chance to be the only team that could win 100 games on the season. I don't know if the Brewers are necessarily chasing that right now, just trying to get a little bit healthier before October begins. Just 1 week away from some playoff baseball. Actually, playoff baseball, I think, starts couple of days from the end of the season, which will conclude on Sunday. The Brewers, 5 games left. This is the second to last road game now on the season. It's 2 more games with the Padres, and then it will be a 3-game series at American Family Field beginning this Friday against the Cincinnati Reds. It is the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with you, getting you caught up. All things game 2 between Brewers Padres ahead of the 8:40. Gosh, West Coast baseball. 8:40 first pitch from Petco Park. But how did the game go yesterday? Let's relive, play some sound back from game 1. We do it on every show. It's called Rewind.
Did you miss the last game? Did you miss what was said after the last game? It's time to rewind. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 1057 FM The Fan.
Freddie Peralta versus Nick Pivetta. Game 1, Brewers Padres. Padres would get on the board first in this one after Manny Machado and Jackson Merrill would both single. The bases were loaded after Ryan O'Hearn was walked, and then a balk to score. Manny Machado would make things 1-0 after 1. In the second inning, however, the Brewers would strike back. They started it off with Caleb Durbin. He got the run scored first with this single.
Ground ball left side. It's a base hit. 1 run's in. They will hold Fawn. We're all tied 1 piece on Durbin's RBI single.
Highlights courtesy FanDuel Sports Network. Caleb Durbin made it 1-1. Then a close play to try to get 2 runs to come across went in Milwaukee's favor after this Christian Yelich RBI single.
And a shot at the middle of base hit. That'll score 2. Vaughn's in. The throw's going to go to third. Sliding in. And safe at the plate. They will count the run. Isaac Collins scored before the tag at third.
Yes, he did. It was a very close play, but a 3 spot in the second inning. However, the last out made at third base with Caleb Durbin trying to extend a base. It was 3-1 after 2 in this one. Freddie Peralta starting to settle in, but then in the 5th, gave up a solo homer to Jose Iglesias. Very close as well with a Manny Machado fly out to end that inning. 3-2 in favor of Milwaukee still. In the 7th, Luis Arias would get a run to come across to tie things up 3-3 on a single that would score Jose Iglesias. Brewers able to get out of it. Nick Mears afterwards as well. Jared Koenig came in, pitched a clean 8th inning. Abner Uribe did the same in the 9th inning. Then in the 10th, while in extra innings, the Brewers trying to get the lead with the lead runner being Bryce Terang, and he beat the tag heading home on this Frelick grounder.
Ground ball towards short. Iglesias coming home. The throw is going to be late. He's safe. Sal Frelick reaches. That was a heck of an effort by Iglesias.
Close play. Brewers had the lead in the 10th. Then again, in the bottom part, a fielder's choice from Gavin Sheets would get this tied up 4-4 again in the 11th. Eventually, with Grant Anderson coming in after Rob Zastryzny cleaned things up in the 10th. An RBI single from Freddie Fermin with a sacrifice bunt from Jose Iglesias made things 5-4 in favor of San Diego. They get the win in extra innings, stayed up a little bit extra late to watch this one. Grant Anderson gets the loss for Milwaukee. The victory for San Diego goes to Bradley Rodriguez. That is his first victory of the season. In the game as a whole, a hit from Christian Yelich, Bryce Terang, 2 hits for Andrew Vaughn, who has been red hot as of late right now for Milwaukee. His OPS on the season up to 723. However, with Milwaukee, it is pushing 900 right now at 887, 317 batting average so far for Andrew Vaughn. Caleb Durbin was 2 for 5 in the game. Joey Ortiz picked up a hit as well. Freddie Peralta's final line, 5 innings of work, just 76 pitches. I think a lot of people wondering, okay, I guess saving Freddie a little bit here, some stress. 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and the home run allowed in the game. Brewers now 95-62 on the season, which is 5 games left to go. After the game was over, however, Freddie Peralta, with the 6 strikeouts, did lock up another 200 strikeout season. He is just the 3rd pitcher in Brewers history to have 3 consecutive seasons of 200 or more strikeouts. He joins Giovanni Gallardo back from 2009 to 2012. He did it. And Corbin Burns, 2021 to 2023. And I believe the number was 4th Dominican-born player to do the same as well. It is the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with you live from the 1250 AM 1057 FM The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Freddie Peralta speaking to the media after the game yesterday on etching his name in Brewers history.
100 strikeouts for a 3rd straight year. You pride yourself on health, but how much does the strikeouts come with your health and being available so much?
I think that comes from, like you say, from being able to pitch all the time and stay consistent and the work that I have to put every 5 days. And like I said before, I gotta give credit to my catchers and pitching coaches, because without them, I probably wouldn't do it. So
Freddie, what was your thinking going into this game? You might face them again soon. The team already won the division. What was your thinking coming into this game today?
I know that they have some power and in general, and they pull the ball and play. They're aggressive, and they showed me that in the first inning. And at least I was able to get out. We know a lot of damage in the first, and then I was managing them a little bit better after that. But I think we all know that how good they are.
Did it change anything for you, knowing there might be a playoff matchup?
No,
or did you just go pitch?
No, really. I just went outside to compete.
Fred, did you ever get a chance to know Giovanni Gallardo?
Yes, I do know him. Yeah.
Okay, so he had 200 strikeouts 3 years. Corbin had 200 strikeouts 3 years. Now what does it mean to you to be in that club now? Only 3 guys in Brewers history to do that.
No, for me, when you accomplish all those numbers, for me it's special, because we are all here playing this game first because we love the game, but when you do good, it makes me feel really good, and I know those guys, and I know how hard they work, and I know how it feels when you get to the point that you want to be during a season. It's not easy to stay healthy for a whole season, and you get stronger sometimes, and being able to come back whenever you have a bout, that is never easy, and it's something that we as a player we should feel proud about ourselves when we do that.
What about being the 4th Dominican pitcher to do it?
Oh, I know there's some great names behind there, and pitchers or players that have done a lot for baseball and for our country, and it made me feel good when my name is between those guys, because I know how great they were.
Freddie, on a different topic, what was your reaction when you heard the news about Woodruff? And what does that change for the team with the playoffs coming?
It's very sad. I don't know yet how bad it is. I just giving him time just to, because I don't want to make him think more than what his situation is right now. But it makes me feel, really sad, because we are very close. We're friends, and I know how hard he works to come back, and it's really difficult. The injury that he had is very difficult, and the surgery that he had, and I'm just thinking hopefully he doesn't get that bad. But for the team, it's a huge loss because we know how great he is and what he was doing for us. Uh, but we have to move forward, and I'm here for him, and he knows that we are all here for him to support him, and hopefully everything goes well.
The way the team has come, like early in the season, so many starting pitchers were hurt that you came back from that. Does it give you hope you can do it again?
Yeah, I think it's just part of the game. You never want to see your teammates in that situation, but you know, it's part of the game. We have to navigate with that, and hopefully we do whatever we need to do to bring the championship. That's our focus.
Freddie, one more if you can. What do you think about the Padres? They're in the postseason now. When you prepare for them, what stands out?
No, for me, I just like I said before, I know how good they are, and they can do everything. They have good pitching right now, and for me personally, I just like to compete, and that's what I do. I try my best. I give my best. I prepare. Uh, and before the start, I prepare really well just to be able to pitch whenever when the game comes. But there's things that you cannot control, or I cannot control, like results. But I can work and whatever I need to work to get better and to face anybody. But it just whenever we come out there, it's just competing time. That's how it is.
There is Freddie Peralta speaking to the media after the game yesterday. Again, congrats on another 200 strikeout season for Freddie Peralta. Again, you're talking about a guy who is going to finish top 3 in NL Cy Young right now, right on the season so far for Freddie Peralta. 17-6, a 2.68 ERA, 201 strikeouts in maybe a year where if Paul Skeens doesn't exist, it's locked up and in favor of Freddie Peralta this season. He is first in the National League in wins. His ERA was 6th, I believe, and seventh in strikeouts too for Freddie Peralta. If you go to just the National League, yes, great year for Freddie. Again, unfortunately, I would say that Paul Skeens probably locking it up right now for the National League Cy Young, but he's going to be top 3. Like I said, no doubt about it in my mind. It is the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with you. Coming up on the other side, we are going to hear from Bruce Zimmerman. He spoke a couple of days ago. Wanted to get you guys that audio here and talk a little bit about his impact he can have in this back end of the season for the Brewers, who are still chasing the number 1 seed in the National League. It is the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with you, live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 1057 FM The Fan.
Welcome back to the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with you live from the 1250 AM, 1057 FM The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Brewers lineup, in case you missed it earlier in the show. Christian Yelich, the DH, will lead things off. Jackson Churio in left field will bat second. Bryce Terang at second base will bat third. William Contreras is catching today, batting fourth. Sal Frelick will bat fifth, play right field. Caleb Durbin will bat sixth, play third base. Jake Bowers at first will bat seventh today. Blake Perkins in center field will bat eighth. Joey Ortiz is the shortstop. He will round things out and bat ninth today for the Crew. Want to get you guys a little bit of sound from Bruce Zimmerman, who will be making his season debut and Milwaukee Brewers debut today. He did not speak today, but he was in the clubhouse in the last series in St. Louis, and our guy Adam McCalvey, who covers the Brewers for MLB.com, was able to catch up with Bruce Zimmerman ahead of his first outing now here for the Brewers. He wasn't even supposed to really be on the team and come up for a spot start or anything along those lines. But then the injury to Brandon Woodruff ends up putting a different plan into action. Here is Bruce Zimmerman, a little bit of him back when he was called up on September 20th.
I was kind of just wondering, this close to the end of the season, I mean, do you still have your radar up as like be ready for a call? Because you never know.
Mess down there, the pitching coach definitely mentioned that a few times over the last couple of weeks, like stay ready, especially with these guys being in a hunt for clinching. You know, you never know what kind of late additions they might need to get through the end when you're grinding as hard as these guys have been. So at the forefront of my mind was, pitching in Nashville. But if pitching well there got me back up here, like in the back of my mind, yes. But, I was focused on my start in Nashville, in Louisville today. So this was a nice change of pace.
When did you get the call?
Rick Speed called me probably about 11:30 last night. Gave me the word and, hopped on a plane at about 7 this morning.
How rewarding is it, having pitched in the big leagues and know what that's like to kind of finish your year back here?
I mean, it's definitely been a little bit of a long road to get back here. So this is probably one of the more gratifying things that I've done, or little mini milestones in my career so far, is to finally get back here because, I knew I can pitch here. But a lot of times it just takes the right opportunity and the right timing to get back. So after a long, hard, good year, feels really good to get this opportunity.
There is a little bit of Bruce Zimmerman talking. That was back on September 20th. Didn't get any appearance since then. Will make his season debut and Brewers debut today in San Diego, starting today against the Padres in game number 158 on the season. Coming up, we'll get a nice little parlay for the people going, courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Drew Wagner's going to join the program at 8:15 today, as we'll pick his brain on what's going on. Also, new ABS system coming to Major League Baseball. That's some breaking news that we had earlier today. I know Steve Sparky Pfeiffer talked a little bit about it on his show. I have my opinions too. We will talk about that later on in the program. It is the leadoff show live from the 1250 AM 1057 FM The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Let's get the latest on today's odds for the game. What's the best way to go? Let's check in with our expert from the Potawatomi Sportsbook to find out. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome back to the Leadoff Show, live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Tommy Wortz here with you, other side of the 8 o'clock hour now. Brewers lineup, in case you missed it earlier in the show. Christian Yelich, the DH, to lead things off. Jackson Churio in left field will bat second. Bryce Terang at second base will bat third. William Contreras is catching, batting fourth. Sal Frelick in right field will bat fifth. Caleb Durbin at third base will bat sixth. Jake Bowers is the first baseman, batting seventh today. Blake Perkins in center field will bat eighth. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, rounds things out. He will bat ninth today for the Crew. Checking in on our betting odds, courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Austin Herdino will join us again tomorrow here on the Leadoff Show. Brewers favorites on the money line today at minus 121. The Padres plus 104. Underdogs slightly today. Brewers 1.5 on the run line will get you plus 140, and the over-under set at 8 today. Those are the most popular bets over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. I do think that this game does favor Milwaukee just on the lineup that the Padres are putting out. You're looking at a team that's not rocking out there with Manny Machado. They have some of their bench pieces in. They've done a righty-heavy lineup as well against the left-hander Bruce Zimmerman. So I'm going to throw the Brewers money line in because it would be so Brewers to have Bruce Zimmerman come up and have one good game for them as well today. As far as the pitcher props go, I will take the over on Zimmerman's strikeouts. He's there for 2.5 today, which is at minus 157 odds. And then why not? We'll throw a Brewers player to record a hit in the game. It's my guy, Bryce Terang, to do that. So plus 255 with our parlay for the people today on Brewers money line, the over of 2.5 strikeouts for Bruce Zimmerman and Bryce Terang to record a hit, plus 255 courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. If you haven't checked out a ball game over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook yet, make sure you guys do that. An awesome place, an awesome venue to watch either Brewers baseball. Maybe you're more of a national baseball fan, whatever it is. I meant national as in the rest of baseball, but not the Washington. Now, you can be a Washington Nationals fan too. Any live sporting event, I'm telling you, they have it up on their TVs. They have like 30 screens, a giant screen as well with maybe the marquee game of the day, whether it's a big college football game, NFL. Packers are huge, obviously, there as well. Make sure you guys are going to the Potawatomi Sportsbook website. Hover over reservations if you want to make a reservation. Sundays fill up quick. I'm telling you, if you want to go watch Sunday Night Football, Packers and Dallas, it's going to be packed, and you will be in standing room if you do not make a reservation. Go watch it on that top deck. That's always really cool too, to watch all the action happening at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. A great place to go watch a game, grab a drink, get some food. They have shuttle service during Brewers games, which will last all throughout the postseason. All you have to do, place a $5 bet or spend some money buying a drink or some food over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and they will hook it up for you with a wristband, take you to the game, bring you back from the game, and you get some free play on the way back too. If you want to go somewhere else other than just the sports book, go hang out, hit the slots. I love hitting the slots over there too, over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. This is the place to watch. I mean, place to watch a game for sure. Thanks again to the Potawatomi Sportsbook for being a part of the Leadoff Show. One more thing to get to before we get to Drew Wagner on the other side.
The key to building a winner in baseball is a strong minor league system. Who are the names we should know? How did they play in their last game? It's time for Building a Winner. Ironworkers Local 8 brings you Building a Winner. Skip the debt. Learn a trade. Apply now at iwl8.org. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Yes, time for another Building a Winner feature presented by Iron Workers Local 8. Thanks again to Iron Workers Local 8 for being a part of the leadoff show all season long. No games to recap, but I do have some news in regards to the Brewers minor leagues. Immediate release from the Brewers PR team. Joe Aralt named Southern League Manager of the Year from Minor League Baseball. AA Biloxi Shuckers manager, his second year as the skipper for the AA affiliate of the Milwaukee Brewers. Won the first half Southern League South Division title, going 42-27 in the first half, 74-64 overall on the season. Each of Biloxi's three managers in franchise history now have received Manager of the Year honors. So congrats to our guy down in Biloxi. Also managed in the Cincinnati system for a little bit, has 1,100 career wins now as a minor league manager. He was the Pioneer League Manager of the Year back in 2010. And then the Helena Brewers when he led them to a Pioneer League title. So congrats to Joe. Congrats very much so. Coming up, we're going to talk to Drew Wagner, Forbes Sports, pick his brain. We'll follow his Twitter along. He has a lot of great tweets out there at by Andrew Wagner. If you have the opportunity to go follow that, gives you up-to-date news on the Milwaukee Brewers, plus a little bit of comedy along the way too. Drew Wagner coming up next here on the Leadoff Show, live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 1057 FM, The Fan.
Welcome back to the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with you, live from the 1250 AM, 1057 FM, The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Brewers Padres coming up here soon. Brewers lineup, in case you missed it earlier in the show: Christian Yelich, the DH, will lead things off. Jackson Churio in left field will bat second. Bryce Terang at second base will bat third. William Contreras is catching, batting fourth today, while Sal Frelick is in right field, batting fifth. Caleb Durbin at third base will bat sixth. Jake Bauers at first base, batting seventh. Blake Perkins in center field will bat eighth. Rounding things out for the Crew, the shortstop, batting ninth, Joey Ortiz.
What's the latest on the Crew? Let's go inside the clubhouse with Drew Wagner of Forbes Sports on the leadoff show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 1057 FM, The Fan. Inside the clubhouse is brought to you by Focus Baseball. Join their fall mini camps at focusbaseball.com.
Joining us now on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. You can follow his work at Forbes Sports, at the Fan Milwaukee, and of course his Twitter, @ByAndrewWagner. Joining us now, it is Drew Wagner. Uncle Drew, how are we doing tonight, my friend?
We're doing all right. We're watching all kinds of baseball, and man, the Guardians are on a heater.
Yeah,
and,
I saw the update from. Did we have an update? Did they say anything about David Fry yet? I saw he got hit in the face.
No, not yet.
Yeah,
he got hit in the face. That was scary.
Oh, God.
That was really scary. And then they went on to wipe out a 2-0 deficit in the most Brewers way possible, with just a bunch of infield hits, balks, sack bunts, stuff like that. And then they go on to win the game. And then they asked Stephen Kwan afterwards, what's been the mantra? Because they've won, I think it's like 18 of their last 19 now. And Stephen Kwan goes, we just got to worry about winning today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Just win today. I'm like, oh,
wow.
Where have I heard this before?
Pat Murphy, he is infectious, Drew. The Brewers are contagious right now across Major League Baseball, it feels like. Drew, yesterday, kind of a heartbreaker. Brewers play tough in the ball game. Pat Murphy comments on it as well. I don't want to spend too much time on it right now. Anything that we should know about Bruce Zimmerman specifically, though, today? You're talking about a guy who has some big league experience, has been battling back to get back to the big leagues. Really, it sounds like it wasn't even much of a plan to keep him on the roster for more than a day. Well, then the Woodruff news breaks, and now here he is making a start for Milwaukee in San Diego right now. Anything of note with Bruce Zimmerman?
Not really. He's got a really long last name. That's about it for the tidbits. I'll wait for Todd Rosiak to post the video on the scoreboard when it's a player trivia, and we'll know more about him. Listen, the guy's been fairly steady and consistent this year at AAA Nashville. Like I was saying to Sparky earlier today, nothing too great, nothing too awful. Just basically has taken the ball every 5 days and put together a good outing. The numbers are not eye-dropping, but he's been consistent. He's been able to eat innings. And now he's getting a chance to do it in a fairly big and fairly crucial situation. Listen, the Brewers need this win tonight. Phillies are winning right now. If the Brewers fall tonight, I think that's 1.5 games is what the league comes to.
Right.
So yeah, they need it tonight. They need, this isn't just a spot start at the tail end of a season, just to eat innings. They're counting on him tonight to deliver.
Do you think when you say need, do you think that's the mindset in the Brewers clubhouse? I would say that the lineup over the last couple of days kind of feeds that need as a part of it. But do you think the Brewers are super invested in getting that 1 seed now, or are they comfortable if they are the 2 seed going into the postseason?
I think they're dead set on getting that 1 seed. They've had the lock on that top spot in baseball now for how long?
Right.
You don't want to give that up at the end. You want the home cooking all the way. It's It's not just something nice to put on the resume. It has meaning, for the Brewers, let's be clear about this. For all the crap about what their goal should be, their goal has been, and continues to be winning the World Series.
Yeah.
They think they're capable of doing that. And the best way for them to do that is to get the home field advantage. So, yeah, I think there's plenty to play for with that 1 seed. To guarantee that you're at home the whole way, absolutely.
Makes the most sense. Absolutely. I just know that it feels like any challenge that comes their way, they have an idea of how they want to overcome it. Drew Wagner joining us here. Follow him on Twitter @byAndrewWagner. Drew, one more note, I guess, to set up this conversation. The umpiring yesterday, oh my God, Roberto Ortiz, figure it out, man. Like, that strike zone was all over the place, a bunch of terrible calls. And very fittingly today, the MLB baseball announces that ABS zone will be in effect. The ABS strike zone will be in effect in 2026. And I want to know why you have so much passion for it, more than anything else, I guess. And I get it. You want as many calls correct, especially now in this age of where there's so much money on the line every day and down the stretch. But you, maybe it surprises me just a little bit that you'd be so passionate about putting the ABS zone in.
Well, if umpiring wasn't so atrocious.
Yeah.
And let's face it, it is atrocious. And I get it. The human element. Well, go back and watch. I tweeted out, watch that montage of Roberto Ortiz's 25 missed calls yesterday.
It was bad.
I mean, it's horrible. And listen, for a team like the Brewers, that's brutal, because this is a team that has based their offense around excellent ball strike discipline.
Yeah.
These guys do not chase. So all of a sudden, when that zone is all over the place, these guys are trying to go out there and they have to swing at pitches they don't ordinarily swing at, and things don't work out very well.
Sure.
I'm not saying that they lost that game because of the umpires. They had plenty of chances to do other things, but it definitely hurts teams that are very good at ball strike recognition. It hurts teams that have good plate discipline. I think it's just bad. We have the technology. And that's the thing that ticks me off. And I actually took a picture in the clubhouse, in the press box the other day, because they had the MLB outline for instant replay. And this giant list of what is and what isn't allowed to be reviewed.
Sure.
And it makes no sense because the technology is already in place. Why are we not utilizing technology to eliminate all doubt? I don't want to hear any more about the tradition, this and that. We have the technology. Let's put it to use. Let's get these calls right. Maybe if the umpires weren't just so damn bad at their job, and they have been bad behind the plate.
Yeah. And
they are unapologetic about it. They are egregious about it. When you play a 3-game series and you have 3 different strike zones, how is that good for the game?
Absolutely.
How does that help?
And yesterday was atrocious. Atrocious is absolutely the correct word. I mean, when Terang's strike got called at his shoulders, right? I mean, that's just, you can't have that happen in baseball. But Drew, I would like to propose something to you. If they are going to bring in the ABS zone, I think they got to get rid of the little box on TV. I think that just totally was like this was already like something where they were putting it in because it almost like they wanted to get some push and some traction for the ABS zone by putting that box on TV, which is kind of like having, the yellow marker on first downs. It's pretty much the right thing, but it's not always the exact definition of what the box is for the strike zone. If they go to ABS zone, I just think they should get rid of the box on TV so that everyone has to challenge along with people.
I don't know. I mean, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. And listen, like you used a great example. Is it just as smart? Listen, face it, whether we like it or not, all professional sports are geared now towards a television audience.
Yes.
And that's just the nature of it. That box isn't going anywhere. And listen, that box was there because the technology existed and because, let's face it, again, umpiring was crap.
Yeah.
You had guys like Angel Hernandez going out there. And this is the thing that makes me most angry about this. There is no accountability. There was no reprimand for umpires that were bad. Angel Hernandez went out
They got
there.
that super strong union, pretty much, Drew. I mean, it's like the Supreme Court. You die or retire if you're an umpire.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything about these guys. You couldn't fire Angel Hernandez for the longest time because he kept trying to say discrimination, even though it was right there to see how bad he was.
Right.
And that's the thing. And then if there's an egregious call yesterday, if someone would have gone out that pitch at Bryce's shoulder, if he would have jawed about it, he gets wrong.
Yeah.
If Murphy goes out there, he gets wrong. Like, how is that fair?
No.
How can you get to be like? It's basically like you're making umpires members of Congress. They can do whatever they want to do, and there's no repercussions for it.
I am worried a little bit about pace of play. I'm worried because, again, geared towards the television audience, and I have seen ABS in person.
We saw it at spring training, and it was pretty smooth. I mean,
it's about as smooth as it's about as smooth as they can have it, for sure. I just know that if you have a situation like Roberto Ortiz yesterday, like, that will add 10 minutes to the game after 25 calls are missed if they're challenging the entire game.
Well, ideally, hopefully, this means that the umpires are going to be better at their job.
Yes.
And start paying attention to the strike zone so you don't have to challenge every single call.
Yeah.
That's part of it, too, is to get the umpires to get the damn calls right.
Uh-huh. I get it. And I understand why it's a draw. I'm just saying that you don't want to lose progress on the television audience because baseball made a lot of ground on watching the game on TV, and they did a great job at that too. One more thing before I get you out of here, Drew. Just a fun little note. Drew, there is yet to be a no-hitter this year, and I'm wondering your stance on that, if that's weird, if that's cool, if that's good, if that's bad. Like, you're talking about back in 2021 when there was 11, which might have been crazy, right? That was just absurd. And now here in 2025, like every year since 2006, there has been at least one no-hitter. Wondering your thoughts on 2025 now with just 5 games left for the Crew and not a lot left around baseball. What does that say with no-hitters this year?
Well, I think we're seeing the results of the different rule changes being implemented, part of which were designed to help increase offense. Because for the longest time, we heard it was the 3 true outcomes, a walk, a strikeout, or a home run. That was it. And that's because the pitchers were getting filthier and filthier. Then you add in the shift to it, and that took away a lot of hits. I mean, that took away a ton of offense. You're seeing the game kind of going back to being more balanced now, not favoring the hitters, not favoring the pitchers. It's the ebb and flow of the evolution of the game. Hitters are going to come up with something, and they'll probably have the advantage for a while. Pitchers will come up with something to counter that. They'll have the advantage for a while. Right now, I think we're seeing the game just kind of close to being neutral. No hitters are hard, man. No hitters are hard, even when the rules are in your favor. And this year just happens to be one of those years that they're harder than others. And I think part of that has to do with the generation of players coming up from the minors.
Yeah, I just saw that today, and I wanted to get your thought on it. With a lot of just talking baseball all around. Brewers, they got the postseason locked up. The 1 seed is next. That's win today. That's how you keep that mindset and go for it. Padres game 2, 8:40 first pitch. Drew, thank you so much for jumping on today. Enjoy the rest of your night, my friend.
Talk to you later.
There he is, Drew Wagner, hopping off the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all.
How does the Crew win today's game? Who needs to step up? Let's find out with the keys to the game. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Keys to the game, how we always wrap things up here. We're kind of crunched for time on the Leadoff Show. Let's look at Bruce Zimmerman, man. Why not? Make a little moment for yourself this season to have a phenomenal outing in a game that means a little bit more for the Brewers in that 1 seed. Help make your impact during this. 3 is the magic number for the Brewers to get the number 1 seed. They need 2 wins to break the all-time record. How awesome would it be if Bruce Zimmerman contributes to that? Why not? That's today's key to the game. Bruce Zimmerman, get him the win. 5 innings out of him. Let's do it. That's going to do it for us here at The Fan. Make sure you guys are checking out all your favorite local programming now with a brand new lineup dropping yesterday here on The Fan. 6 to 9. It is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Josh Albrecht, Trevor Thomas. 9 to noon with Kuhn, John Kuhn, Rami Makloff, Brandon Snide producing that program as well. 12 to 2, the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Thunder Nellis, presented by Verizon. I'll be producing that as well. Tomorrow, it's me and Brandon Snide actually hosting that one, so it should be a fun one to work with Brandon on the Mason Crosby Show. And, of course, Wisconsin Sports Daily, 2 to 5. Charlie Usen producing that show, served up by Wendy's. It's a great lineup. It's awesome. And then we get to relive it all on the Fan Post Game Show with myself from 5 to 6. In case you missed any of your stuff you like to hear on the Fan, I give you a little sneak peek of what you can get to each and every show. Brewers Padres, game number 2 of the series coming up next here. It is the leadoff show, live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. And don't forget, send them home.